Long before modern Ghana existed, there was a single ancestral language spoken by a group of people. Linguists call this language Proto-Volta-Comoé. It was the original source from which many southern Ghanaian languages developed. At this stage, everyone understood each other because they shared one common system of communication. As time passed, people began to migrate to different regions. Some moved across rivers, others into forests or distant lands. As these groups became separated, they lost regular contact. Over generations, their speech slowly began to change, leading to differences in pronunciation and vocabulary. The original Proto-Volta-Comoé language eventually divided into three major branches: Ono, Tano, and Guang. This division did not happen suddenly, but occurred gradually as communities continued to grow apart. Each group developed its own unique linguistic identity. From the Tano branch, a new form of language called Proto-Akan emerged. This language later developed into several modern Akan dialects, such as Asante, Fante, Akwapem, and Agona. These dialects are still closely related because they share a common origin. Although Akan dialects are different, they are mutually intelligible. This means speakers can understand each other without learning a new language. This is one of the key ways linguists distinguish between a dialect and a completely separate language. If we compare dialects, we notice systematic sound changes. For example, one dialect may use T, while another uses TEs or KY in the same word. These differences follow regular patterns and are not random. Linguists use these patterns to study how languages are related. If we compare dialects, we notice systematic sound changes. For example, one dialect may use T, while another uses Ts or KY in the same word. These differences follow regular patterns and are not random. Linguists use these patterns to study how languages are related. The development of languages can be represented as a family tree. At the top is the original Proto-Volta-Comoé language. Below it are branches like Ono, Tano, and Guang, which further divide into modern languages. This tree shows how languages are historically connected. Many language groups are named after geographical features. For example, the Tano group is named after the Tano River, while the Bia subgroup is named after the Bia River. Geography helps linguists identify and classify languages. Languages do not develop in isolation. When different language groups live near each other, they influence one another. A language may adopt sounds or words from its neighbors, making it appear similar even if it is not closely related. Languages are built from small units of sound called phonemes. These sounds can change the meaning of words. For example, replacing one sound with another may create a completely different word. Phonemes are essential in understanding language structure. Another important concept is the morpheme, the smallest unit of meaning in a language. In some languages, small changes like adding a prefix can change a word from singular to plural. This shows how meaning is constructed within words. Ghana is a highly multilingual country with about 45 to 50 languages. Many people speak more than one language and switch between them in daily life. Some languages are used widely as lingua francas for communication between different groups. The difference between a language and a dialect is not always clear. Sometimes the decision depends on social identity rather than linguistic structure. People may consider their speech a separate language because of cultural pride or historical reasons. Languages continue to change over time. New words are introduced, pronunciations shift, and meanings evolve. Younger generations may speak differently from older ones. The Volta-Comoé languages remind us that language is a living system shaped by history, movement, and human interaction.